The Ibanez Tube Screamer, the TS9, what we're taking a look at here, is one of the classic blues pedals. I mean, when you start thinking of what's that classic blues tone, generally speaking, we're talking about some sort of a Fender-based amp, a Strat, a Tele, or a Les Paul, going through some type of a Tube Screamer or similar pedal. I mean, that's just one of the classic sounds that there is, whether it be lead, rhythm. So this is a great pedal. And this particular Tube Screamer, this is the TS9 that has been modded by AnalogMan. So you might have seen on forums AnalogMan or analogman.com. This particular mod, this is just a reissue TS9 with the silver mod package and the true bypass switch. That's what this little goofy step here. This has been removed out of the circuit and now it's been replaced by a true bypass switch. And I love it. This is just a great pedal. And I'm going to take you through all the variations of using it here with a Fender amp. So let me just say, before we do get started, if you have a Vox, like an AC-15, AC-30, there's a separate version of this video for working with Voxes. I play both a Vox and a Fender. I have a Vox AC-30, a Vox AC-15, then I have this Fender Twin and a Pro Reverb as well. And they're just so different sounding that I thought it would be best to make different videos for it. So go check that one out. Anyway, as with any pedal demo, you should always expect to hear what the raw sound from the amp is with the guitar. This is an old Blackface Twin. This is a Eric Johnson Stratocaster. Here's what it basically, oh, and on my setup here, I tend to play, generally speaking, in the out of phase position with this Twin, and I roll the tone to about 7. I've got my mids at 8, bass at 8, and the reason is these JBL speakers, you can probably see those silver dust caps, boy are they trebly. They're bright, man, so I got to tone them down a little bit. I'll tell you something else that I do here in just a second. Okay, so here's the bass sound of the amp. I love that. Okay, sorry. I love that sound. I'm a Fender amp lover. I think they're just awesome. And it just gets better when you add a little bit of dirt. This Twin has about 85 watts of power, and I'm on about 3 here with the amp, and there's no way it's starting to get dirty yet. Okay, it's just not going to happen. So if at bedroom volume or small club volume, I want to get it a little bit dirty, I have to use some type of an overdrive pedal. And so let me take my TS9, and I'm going to roll the gain all the way out, and I'm going to take the tone knob, and I'm going to put it at about 8 o'clock. And that takes a lot of the treble out of the circuit, because if I don't, it just gets a little bit brittle still. So here's I like to kind of zero out my pedals. I like to try to make it sound like the pedal is not on as much as I can and then tweak from there, especially when I'm working with a pedal the first time. So that's the amp, and that's the pedal, and oh man, really? There it goes. My cable is dying. There. My cable's starting to die. Okay, well, here we go. Amp, pedal. Not that different, right? Amp, pedal. Little color to it, I think, a little bit. If I roll the tone knob up to about middle, so that's amp, this is pedal. I don't know, I like it a little darker. Everybody's got their opinion, right? Everybody likes it more trebly or darker. I tend to like darker myself. That's probably why I like this particular pedal so much. This is a very dark pedal. I have a Robert Keeley modded TS9DX that's a very bright pedal. So I tend to like the darker pedal. So everybody's different. But see, I like the tone of that. I mean, the gain's all the way down, but it's nice. All right, let's put the gain at about 1/3. Here's the difference. just love that. That is such an awesome tone, such a classic blues sound. I don't know. I love it. It's such a good song. Here's a little more gain into it, though. This is about 2/3 on the gain. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, but here's more gain in it if you want to hear more gain. I love it. It's just such a great pedal. You know, the worst thing about the Tube Screamer is if you bought one and you didn't like it, you'd have to sell it, and you could probably sell it pretty quickly because there's 50 guys, 50 girls right behind you that want that classic blues tone. It's almost like you can't go wrong. I mean, it's just such a classic tone.